goes without saying that a Rob Zombie film is basically shock cinema. Basically, going into a zombie film, you can expect something shocking, something unexpected, something convoluted, maybe something unsettling, and yeah, and for good measure, just based on his filmography with films like The House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, Lords of Salem, the Halloween remakes of Halloween and Halloween 2, and now comes 31. Um, I don't know if I will quantify myself as a Rob Zombie fan, but I definitely recognize there is something to his work that keeps having me come back. And in his filmography, the only movie that he's done that I really liked was The Devil's Rejects. And since then, I have not seen a Rob Zombie film that lives up to that film or is equally memorable in a way, depending on what the film is. Like the Lords of Salem, I thought was a really good supernatural thriller up until it got zombified in the last act, and it ruined the whole movie for me. And now here's 31. When I saw the trailer for this looked to be like, okay, this should be looks like an insane, batshit crazy, ultra violent survival film about people being kidnapped and then being forced to play a sadistic game in order to, and they have to survive the night in order to live, and they are forced to face off against a cadre of sadistic, brutal, violent, psychotic people, and this sounds like something right out of Zombie's wheelhouse. Sounds like something he would do. But much to my surprise, the way 31 comes off it is a zombie film, and yes, there are moments that you can recognize that are meant to be shocking, twisted, and unsettling, but surprisingly, those moments are kind of flat almost. It's almost like Zombie was trying to give the masses exactly what they wanted, but he wasn't imbuing it with a Rob Zombie feel, per se. It just the film. It's almost like a mashup, or even a dub smash of Running Man, Hunger Games, Saw. He mentioned Zombie himself mentioned Most Dangerous Game. Films like that, and yes, you recognize that, but just the events as they unfold. I mean, it's the characters themselves aren't the main characters themselves aren't that engaging, so that when things start happening, you're not really like on edge, or you're feeling it, or feel bad when something really bad happens to someone. And this cadre of psychotic killers are basically stereotypical out of, like, I want to say The Purge, but sorry to say, I haven't seen any of the Purge films, but it's like something out of the Purge films like that. They're very generic, and they every single one pretty much suffers from what Roger Ebert called the talking villain fallacy, where they're basically just babbling on about what they're going to do, instead of just do it, kill the person, end it, and move on. Instead, he's like, oh, we're going to do this to you. We're going to do that to you. Oh, you're going to regret doing, you're messing around with so-and-so. We're the so-and-sos. It's like, and yeah, this, that, and the other thing. All this time, somebody could have just killed somebody and he could have moved on. And the reason why all this is happening is a trio of, I guess you could say, elitist, bourgeois people who have nothing better to do, or basically just every year put together this game on Halloween to see who survives and makes it to the end. And apparently we were told that this has been going on for a while. But it's a pretty straightforward, standard fare survival horror thriller that lacks any punch, and unfortunately, this looked like this could have been a movie that, for me, not to say it would have been Devil's Rejects, but would have actually been the first zombie movie in a little while I could say I kind of liked. The only other one of recent that I actually liked was Halloween 2, the director's cut. I did not like Halloween 2, the theatrical cut, but the director's cut I found a lot better. And unfortunately, 31, it is better than Lords of Salem in my opinion, but it doesn't achieve that level of Halloween 2, and it's nowhere near the Devil's Rejects. Like I said, it's just a straightforward, generic survivalist thriller that surprisingly lacks the vision that one would expect from a Rob Zombie film. So I would have to give 31 2 stars out of 5. 2 stars out of 5. Kind of close to a 2.5, but not enough to get it. There's not enough here to get it there. So 2 stars out of 5. So if you like this review, please hit that like button below. Are you a Rob Zombie fan? Were you looking forward to 31? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so you can stay on top of my reviews, trailer reactions, and retro reviews, and any other fun things I happen to put on my channel. So until next time, see you at the movies.